Good morning. Hi guys, good morning. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I'm doing some painting. I need to paint the base. I did this a while ago. I don't even know what I did. Also, if I get hot, I'm going inside, and you guys aren't gonna make me feel guilty about it. You're not gonna make me feel guilty about it. I was like, oh, it is a beautiful day. The vlog does love it when I'm outside painting. It would be really nice to be painting outside, except if I get too hot, I'm going inside, and I don't wanna hear about it, all right? So, let's get started, I guess. Oh my God, I need to move my coffee to this other side because the amount of times I stick my paintbrush in my coffee and it's like not what I need. It is a beautiful day. It literally rained for like a week straight. So the sun is a nice change. I still don't actually know what I'm painting. I do need to find a reference. I looked for so long and I don't want to talk about it actually. The other thing is you guys really do make me do this a lot slower. Like, I don't know why. I really can't multitask. It's like, I cannot multitask. I know that I seem really naturally charismatic, funny, and just a chatterbox, but it actually requires a lot of work sometimes, you know? Like, I'm not always just charismatic and funny. I know, it's freaking hard to believe. And it's honestly hard for me to be funny, entertaining, and paint at the same time. Okay, guys, we're initiating this. I don't really know. Anyways, how's life, guys? What's up? What's crack-a-lacking? I don't know why this is the black. Like, black's like arguably the most used fucking thing. Why is this my black? Like, what? Anyways. So guys, sometimes I actually can't with myself. Hey Todd, how you going, big boy? What the fuck was that? Like, that was not a normal sounding bird. What on earth? Toadie, come here. Come here. Yeah, Copper Boy's a good boy. He'll come. Copper, come here. Hop. Just pause. Oh, that's a cutie patootie. Oh, Todd's fucking here. Hop. Oh, you big oaf. Sorry, Todd's fucking weird, bro. Hi guys, so I came inside, well, I had a fat break, came inside, did a bit more, and it's been a while, but I've started with like the water. I've done like the lake, and then like that's gonna be like where the pine trees kind of are. So I've like made progress, but I feel like I needed to like get started, so I had something to work with. I also spilt paint water all over my carpet, and it somehow came out. Don't worry, Mum, it's like, I swear. I don't know how I dealt with that, but it's fucking gone. But I literally kicked this whole bottle of... Anyways, so yeah, whatever. We're cool. I'm gonna keep painting. This is the reference. I'm doing the trees in the background because I've done all of the foreground stuff. Look at me using my terminology. So now I just need to do some trees in the back, like the background trees, which are like more messy ones, and then I do like the pretty front ground trees, and then I add all the flowers and shit and finishing touches, and then I'm like kind of done. So I actually could finish this today. I should have asked you guys to ask me like Q&A questions or something, just to, you know, break the ice, but I'm a disorganized piece of shit as per normal, so I'm just gonna have to make conversation. But I thought I'd talk about things that I do and I think are normal, but would probably stress the majority of the population out. I'm talking about just like being pathetically disorganized, very type B, and just, I don't know, a fucking joke. The first thing, I was talking to Mum and Dad the other day, and I was asking them a few questions about something, and they're like, oh, like, put it in your calendar. And I was like, calendar? Who the fuck has a calendar? They were like, in your apps, like, put it in your calendar app. Like, how the hell do you organize stuff? Like, what are you talking about? Put it in your calendar. I deleted the calendar app. So then they were like, Emma, that's just weird. Why the hell would you delete calendar? That's like one of the most important apps that you get like with your phone. Like you get with your phone. It's not even like you have to download it. Like you should just have the calendar app. Anyways, but I deleted it because it was taking up too much space on my phone. It was just pissing me off. And I don't use it, so I deleted it. Then they sort of just brushed that off. A few days later, or a few weeks later, they mentioned something about like setting an alarm or like looking at a time zone difference or something. And they're like, look at it, you know, on the clock app. And I was like, oh, I deleted that app. They were like, oh, why the fuck would you delete the clock app? Like, why are you deleting all these important apps? Anyways, again, they sort of brushed it off because I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I can just search it up on Safari if I really need. They were like, that's just weird. Then, you know, another conversation like a few weeks later after that. I don't know, we're trying to work out something. We're like maybe having a debate or like, I don't even know. Loki, don't remember. And they were like, just put it in the calculator app. Like, let's just calculate it. And I was like, oh, I don't have the calculator app. I deleted it. They were like, Emma, what the actual fuck? Why are you deleting all these important apps that come with your phone? You need, like, they're actually good. Like, it's not like you have to download them or anything. Like, they come with your phone. Like, you should just have them. Why are you deleting these? Anyways, and I should have re-downloaded them and realized that they actually are right and they actually are useful apps, except I still have not downloaded them. And then some of my parents were like, about the calendar, they're like, okay, like, how do you keep note of stuff? And I showed them, like, my notes app, like, how I keep track of stuff, and they just about had a hemorrhage. They literally had a hemorrhage, like, they could not comprehend, because I'll show you guys. Yeah, I mean, it is really disorganized, I'm, like, fully aware, but, like, I don't really know what to do about it. Like, I don't know what they want me to do, like, but... so yeah, I just have a bunch of like when I have an important date, like if I'm organized, I'll write it down in my notes app. And if I'm like, well, I mean, if I'm really, really organized, I'll write down what it is that's important and the date. But most of the time I just write a random fucking date with like zero explanation. And sometimes even I'll just write a date without even the month. Like I'll just be like the 20th. Like then like a few weeks later, I'm like, what the fuck? Like what even month was this? Like it's actually very stressful. So I should low-key deal with that. But I choose not to. I choose to run away from my problem. So I acknowledge that it's an issue. Am I gonna fix it? Probably not. Probably not. But at least I'm, you know, I feel like it does take self-development, character growth for me to acknowledge that this is actually not great. So the first step to recovery is acknowledging that there's an issue. I acknowledge that that probably isn't that good. It's low-key a bit fucked up, and I should maybe be a bit more organized, but whatever. Anyways, so that's like the first thing. Wait, I need to focus for a second. I'm just like low-key not focusing. I'm just putting random trees down everywhere and it's like not looking great. Jesus. Next thing is I have about 800 unread emails just sitting there, unread. Emails make me want to die, but I don't want to talk about that either because it does stress me out. Next thing is I don't own a wallet. I don't think that is a big deal at all, but apparently that freaks people out. Like I just have like my cards loose or I'll just have my phone. But yeah, so I don't think that's actually that bad, but I told someone that and they're like, what do you mean you don't have a wallet? I was like, why would I have a wallet? Like that's just like, honestly having a wallet is kind of weird. Like I low-key got gaslit into thinking that that was weird, but it's actually weird if you have a wallet. What are you keeping in there? It's not necessary. I do have bags, I will admit. If I am using a bag though, like it's for show. Like I'm doing it to like be cute and have a bag. Like I don't have that much stuff to carry. Like I don't have that much stuff to carry. I would rather, I just carry it in my hand. Like what? Or I put my, like if I was taking my cards and my keys and stuff, I'll just like put it in my shoe. That freaks people out. That freaks people out. I think it's a bit weird, but one time that I think it is so smart is like when I go out, like if I'm drinking and hitting the town and I need stuff, I'll put it in my shoes because the amount of times I've lost handbags and lost my phone is like not even funny because I just like put it down. Like I'm having too much fun. Like that's not even in my, you know, realm of like thought. Like I'm not thinking about that. So it's kind of smart. I think I'm ahead of my time with that. I don't lock my car. That's kind of fucked, but my thought process is like, I take my keys, so hear me out. I know it sounds bad. It sounds bad. Sometimes I do lock it, but if I don't, like, what's gonna happen? I have my keys. Yes, I'm aware people can hotwire cars, but personally, if you can hotwire a car, fucking take it. Like, you've earned it. Like, that's impressive. Being able to hotwire a car is damn right impressive. Like, you hotwire my car, have it. Go on. You've earned it. You've earned it. That's impressive. That is impressive. Like, how the fuck do you even do that? So, I feel like no one can really hotwire a car, and if you can, yeah, look, that's cool. You can take it. This one, I honestly don't know if it's, to be honest, I don't think this is a red flag that much. I don't care if I'm like at dinner with my friends, family, date. I don't go on dates. That was the joke, but you guys wouldn't have got that. Anyways, I will probably stare at the menu for a solid 10 minutes before I read a single word that is on the page. I don't think that's as much of a red flag as it is just disability. Like, that's low-key just disability, point blank. It's actually, no, what it is, it's almost performative. Like, I'm performing reading a menu. Just fucking read the menu. Like, it's like I'm, like, trying to act normal. Like, at the restaurant, I'm trying to act normal, so I'm, like, trying to, like, look like I'm reading. Fucking just read it, you weirdo. Why are you pretending to read it so people think you're, like, being normal and reading it? That's just weird. That's mental illness. That's fucking weird. What is, like, literally what is wrong with you? Like, that's actually low-key, that's actually, like, a disease. Like, that's weird. Anyways, but whatever. Another thing that I just remembered, like, thinking of that, I think it was grade 11 or 10 English, I don't remember. Head of English was like our English teacher. He'd make us like have 10 minutes of reading like before we'd start, he'd make us read for 10 minutes, which I fucking hated because I just wanted to get into the lesson and I literally couldn't read because I'm a dyslexic. Actually, well, more ADHD that I couldn't read. I can read and I do actually enjoy reading now, but at the time, that was not the vibe. We had 10 minutes of reading at the start of the class. You're probably thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I don't really want to read, but what can you do? Like, he was very strict. He was a strict teacher, so he would walk around and watch. It wasn't like you could, like, really do anything else. Like, we had to read. You're probably thinking, oh, I probably just, you know, read a really easy, boring book really slowly. Because we did it 10 minutes at the start of each lesson for an entire year, okay? An entire fucking year. I should have read more than one book. We also had to read books in English. So you're like, oh, Emmett, like, that's a perfect opportunity for you to, like, you know, read your book that you have to read. No. Do you want to know what I did? I got my friend, who was sitting next to me in my class, to send me a screenshot of whatever fucking book she was reading. I was like, can you send me a screenshot? Because we were reading on our, like, laptops and iPads. So can you send me a screenshot of that? She's like, yeah, like of just one page. I was like, yeah. And I'm not even fucking kidding. For an entire year, I just would whip up that fucking screenshot and stare at it. An entire fucking year. I would just, like, 10 minutes at the start of each class, I'd just put up that photo and just stare at it. And do you want to know what's even worse? I didn't read a single word that was on that page. I had a whole year to read one page, and I chose not to, and I chose just to legit stare at it. That's fucking disability, bro. What do you mean? What do you actually mean? So after like 2 terms of staring at the same page, my teacher was like, Emma, like, what are you reading? Couldn't answer the question. I was like, I don't know. He was like, have you just been staring at that same page? Like, have you literally just been staring at that same page? I was like, yeah. Anyways, I still got good marks on that, and then he gave me an A and was like, Emma, how the fuck did you not read the book? How did you not read the book that you had to, and you haven't read actually any, you've never read a book, and you still got the highest mark? Because I'm a gangster, bro. That's probably it. Yeah, it's probably not because I'm, like, mentally challenged. It's like I'm just so mentally ahead that, like, you know those really, like, the really gifted kids that, like, act up. That was me. I was just so intellectually gifted that it just bored me. So I just chose to not read, you know? I don't know if you guys can see, but I've done, like, all of the trees in the background. So now I'm gonna, like, do the leaves and then sort of, like, put a tiny bit of white so it looks like it's in the distance and, like, not foggy, but just, like, in the background. And then I'm gonna do the trees in the foreground. Okay guys, so I've done the trees in the foreground. One thing I do need to fix, I don't know if you guys can see, it's because I did the water first. I did these reflections weird, but I don't know if I can be bothered. But now that I've pointed it out, it's gonna bother you guys, so maybe I shouldn't have pointed it out. But those reflections don't, like, that one weirdly matches, and I actually didn't try and do that, but now that I'm looking at it, those two don't match that, like, at fucking all, so. But I think I've done pretty well so far.